I'm almost glad a new Fire Emblem isn't tainted by this dog shit ass direct.
Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Alright, Fire Emblem 4 time. Let's fucking go, boys. That's not Fire Emblem 4. That's not Fire Emblem 4. What is this shit? Assassin's Creed? That's not Assassin's Creed. What is this shit? There was red and blue. Is that Fire Emblem Engaged too?
Warriors, draw now upon your strength.
You got what?
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
Oh wait, that was the Sword of the Creator.
As I declare that the heroic games have begun.
That was the Sword of the Creator. That counts as Fire Emblem. Is this a fucking Roman Empire? This looks like Fire Emblem. This could be Fire Emblem, like unironically. Nope, it's not. Never mind. Oh shit, wait, it is! It's Fire Emblem, but in a fucking non-medieval setting? Wait, holy shit!
Is a great strength. An unyielding strength for any foe.
Okay, I'm actually hyped.
To uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people. Strength enough for a queen!
Oh, it's 3 houses again, isn't it? This is just 3 houses again. They're showing us 3 protagonists. It's 3 houses again. Is this a Fodlan prequel?
I must cull it with this blade.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
Where the fuck was this for the rest of the direct?
I refuse to die.
So this is a Fodlan prequel, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, because there's the Fodlan monsters.
Won't let you hurt her! And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let
Sorry,
you devour
Greens.
my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
So is this gonna be like the Rhea
Those who
Origins?
stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the divine sovereign, that I vow to you.
Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave. It looks like a Fodlan prequel.
The years were long.
Yep, there's Sothis, right?
Have you forgotten me so soon?
Oh, it's not a prequel, is it? It's like a million, it's like a sequel? 10 out of 10 direct.
That was the trailer for Fire Emblem.
Because Sothis looked older.
The latest in the series. This intertwining story happens alongside the thrilling, heroic games. What kinds of stories await? Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Alright,
Thank
let's
you for watching.
go back and do like a frame by frame, because it's actually Fire Emblem, so I should be covering this shit. Alright, so we got the big city. We know this is Fodlan at some time, presumably in the future. This is the best direct I've ever seen. Okay, here we've got, so here's the thing though. We get the red and blue, which like, I mean, that could just be anything. It made me think of Engage before anything else.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
And yeah, that was where
Hear
I
me
Sword of the
now
Creator.
as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
So this is where it's gonna show like the grid. No, it shows the dudes.
I only want to fight so I can save my father's
It
life.
looks like there is gonna be some like monastery-esque thing. Chariot bow user. Okay, we have fists are back. Fists are back. Whether it's arts or gauntlets, we don't know. And we have, it looks like light magic and dark magic again, because there's 2 different types of books. And I assume that's gonna be white magic, dark magic. So this is very 3 houses coded. The thing being a chariot, also riding a chicken or some sort of chicken-esque thing. Like, this very much feels like Greek-Roman type setting, which, not my favorite setting, but honestly anything other than medieval, I'm happy for. Three Houses prequel. I mean, it could be a prequel, but Sothis is older, so like, I don't know.
To uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all,
So we've got Theodora here,
strength enough for a queen.
which, like, that's just Edelgard again.
It is imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade.
And that's Dimitrek, so that's
There's a man
Dimitri
who
again.
hates so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse to die.
And that looks like a traditional dancer rather than making whatever student you want your dancer. My biggest hope is that we don't, I know a lot of people like the tutoring and training people up system. I hope we move away from that. I think it was cool for a one-off. I like Three Houses for what it is. But I much prefer the style of other Fire Emblems where people are in their classes. They also don't all join at the same time. They join, like, later going on. Dancer can turn into a demonic beast. Oh, right! Leta's demonic beast. She either turns into or summons one. So maybe she's not the dancer.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept.
So is that Rhea and Nemesis on the throne, maybe? Because that's the piss throne from If You Beat Maddening. Is that Nemesis up there? Anyone who knows, like, Fodlan lore, I can't tell because of the lighting. But that's definitely Rhea, right?
Accept defeat. Not.
No, that's the Edelgard girl. That's the
For
Edelgard
those
equivalent.
who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the divine sovereign, that I vow to you.
The years were long.
I mean, obviously, we don't have much to go off of. But, like, that's definitely Sothis, right? I'm not just like, oh, green-haired dragon girl. It's the same voice. It's gotta be Sothis.
Me so soon.
They brought back Dimitri's voice actor. That's absolutely Sothis. Okay. Nemesis had an ancient Greek-Roman vibe. It's also possible that it is, like, a prequel, but Sothis is older because it's, like, told in flashback or something, maybe? That's Byleth. That's obviously Marth. Sothis is saying the years were long suggests a sequel. Yeah, but what I was saying is, like, it could, because it looks technologically farther back. I also think making a sequel would require addressing what Route 1 in Three Houses, and that feels like the sort of, like, that is, the discourse is already bad enough. Do not make a game where you say, like, by the way, Edelgard won, by the way, Dimitri won, by the way, Claude won. Like, people will go ballistic. There will be bombings. If you make a sequel where you say whether Edelgard or Dimitri won, someone will bomb the Nintendo of America headquarters. Please don't fucking do it. Like, Three Houses fans are unhinged. But what it could be is, like, it's a sequel framing device. Like, what if older Sothis is talking to, like, older Byleth or whatever, and is like, hey, do you want, now my memories are back. Do you want to hear the story of these games or something? Prequel, sequel. Yeah. You need to stay away from Fire Emblem Online spaces. Here's to another 6 years of Three Houses discourse. Okay, so we lost at bingo, by the way. We lost at bingo. I gotta delete Twerking Warriors. Like, they're covering chat now. Let's just fucking delete you. We lost at bingo, but who cares? Like, there's a new Fire Emblem. I'm actually pretty excited about that. It's next year, too, so, like, it's pretty soon. Wario, get out of here. Is there an avatar? I'm guessing that little boy, you know, the little boy who was like, I don't want to fight, but I have to fight. I'm guessing that's an avatar. I hope there's not an avatar, but I think we're at the point where, like, there's always going to be self-insert avatars because it's Fire Emblem. I'm just deleting all the Warriors. I made a lot of Warriors for the bingo card. There were, like, a ton stacked on top of each other. He did talk in the trailer, so hopefully have a similar personality. I mean, Alir talks too. The thing is, like, avatars aren't, like, my favorite aspect, but I do think the problem with, like, no personality protagonist isn't, specifically that they're avatars. I do think avatars, like, limit the storytelling. But I've made, like, multiple videos about that too. If they think they can make me buy a Switch 2, they're wrong.
Was the trailer for Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
This is gonna be the Fates game of the Switch. A new Fire Emblem riding the coattails of an unexpectedly successful entry in the series. People will be mixed on, but I'm expecting tight gameplay.
Story happens alongside the thrilling, heroic game.
So it happens. That's the guy I think is the avatar. The little dreadlocks, blue hair guy.
Stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
I'm a sellout. I'm gonna get this for the Switch too. I mean, I'm getting it, right? I mean, like, obviously, I don't have to, but I kind of have to, right? For fucking work. I don't think you're, like, a sellout for buying a thing you want. The discourse surrounding this game will rival Three Houses. Yeah, it's gonna be the merger of Three Houses discourse and, like, Switch 2 discourse, isn't it? That's gonna be lovely. Maybe I'll that's gonna be awful. I mean, not much we can get from these trailers. The return of arts is cool, and the two spells, like white and black magic, is cool. Answerer. Okay, so we can see down here. You can see my mouse, right? Yeah. We've got two equipped things. Oh, no, that's probably combat arts, isn't it? Combat arts, scrolling. Like, that's a slot for combat arts. Hunter. Wait, Hunter. The Hunter class. Okay, so I said that there's not much that we can get from this, and then I pulled up a random screen grab and got two things from it. So maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so combat arts, items, storage, so that's the convoy. Hunter. Oh, so this is gonna be the Three Houses style, isn't it? Because she was a dancer. Or she, like, was able to turn into a beast or whatever later. Manage gauge. Wonder what that is. Manage gauge. Okay, Woods giving only Avo. So this is straight from Engage as well. The terrain giving a void, but no other bonuses. I wonder if we'll get, like, covert back. Oh, wait, that was
simply killing him will not
a list of spells. These are her Blaze Arts, Song of Beasts, Summon a... So she is a summoner. Okay. HP... Yo, wait, we got SOV spells? Not wyverns, though. I mean, maybe there won't be wyverns, because this is, like, in the past. So we have SOV spells. The best spell system. It is a cool ass system. The weapons didn't have durability. Oh right. They didn't.
For that reason, I refuse.
So that's how she summons her beasts. So she's not the dancer then. Those are just like her blaze arts. The modern glasses on that one girl look very out of place.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I really like this game style, like much older looking. I like the Cat Warrior thing. That's sort of like Mesoamerican inspired, right?
I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say
and we got the little like carrying the thingy.
I vow to you.
I really fucking like this style. That was a gun? Wait, where was the gun? Where was the gun?
I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy
Are
me.
y'all also freaking out over here? Yeah. I'm doing the frame by frame. Someone said there was a gun somewhere. So there's the beast she summoned. We saw that. In the Dimitrek fight scene.
And now warm blood is served.
Oh!
And now warm blood is served.
Yeah, that's a fucking Glock. What the fuck? Okay, that has to be, I'm calling it now, that's a placeholder, that they accidentally put in the trailer. There's no way a Glock makes it into Fire Emblem. This, like, Greco-Roman, Mesoamerican, like, very ancient-inspired Fire Emblem with a Glock in it. This is gonna be like how the Lancer from Gears of War is in the files for Demon Souls, because it was like a placeholder. That is straight up a Glock. Mark's Glock is real. She's a time traveler. I mean, that's the character I thought was Rhea. The Glock has universal triangle advantage. It's rock, paper, scissors, gun. Gun emblem. Armel reference. Yo, now my review of Lords of the Seas where I talk about like Fire Emblem with guns isn't gonna be, it's not gonna be unique. There's another gun. You get a side view of it if you slow down. All right, how do I don't know how fucking anything works. If we playback speed, we can do like this, right? That'll give us a better view. Here we go! Is it possible the Lady Bard is transforming? No, she's summoning, because that's what the description of the spell is. We paused and read the description of the spell, and it says to summon a beast. So she is summoning. Oh, I fucked it up. I fucked that up, sorry. Yeah, that is straight up just a Glock. That was straight up just a fucking Glock. If it's this, right? Playback speed down to 0.25. Like that is just a modern ass gun. That is a modern ass gun. Is this the highest resolution we can get it? Oh, we can go higher. This is such crunchy audio. That's just a fucking modern gun. I really hope that's just a fucking placeholder for cause like that's a modern ass gun. That's not a fantasy gun. That is just a straight up gun from like Call of fucking Duty. That is just a gun. She's firing off blasts of the gun. Maybe it is real. And there's, I said that's like Mesoamerican inspired sort of cat warrior thing. Deny me my revenge. Hello, Nemesis. It could just be a time traveler. The ancient civilization Nemesis is from has lots of tech. Yeah, but it at least looks like fantasy guns, right? Like javelins of light and shit. They are like fancy tech, but it is like it being just a straight up modern gun is very jarring. Indians had cat helmets too. Oh, I didn't know that. These relics, I also do not recognize these relics. Anyone more familiar with Three Houses lore? Are these like new relics or are they like just ones that I don't recognize?
So say I, the divine sovereign.
Middle East also had cat helmets. And this is sort of like an ancient Middle East city. Ah, okay. Could be Indian. I saw a red gem. Alucard has the ball from the Sword of the Creator. Architecture looks Roman-esque. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's like an amalgamation of a bunch of different civilizations of the time, rather than one specific one, especially if they're going to do the factional thing, which I hope they don't. It looks like there's no avatar. My prediction is the little boy was an avatar. I also like the framing device of it being around like arena games. It does make me think of Together in Battle, the game that I was sponsored by earlier this year. I know that also, like, it revolved around, like, the only combat we've seen is, no, we saw some in the Coliseum, but we saw some that looked like outside of it, right? The slow-mo's cracking me up. Sorry, please mute the video. Okay, I'll mute it. Sorry. I just, like, I want to do the fucking frame-by-frame thing. So, like, this is the running around the city, which, like, I'm not a fan of, but like, there's no way a new Fire Emblem comes out that doesn't have something, you know? Unfortunately. And then, so this looks like it is not in the tournament. Fucking Chocobo thing. And there's the no durability. We've got bronze and wooden, which is interesting because those both feel like lowest tier materials. Like, wooden is like a training sword, and bronze is obviously it's the E rank. Flying Uranus Rider. Okay, so this is a flying unit, isn't it? Flying Uranus Rider. But it doesn't have flying effectiveness. It's got beast effectiveness. We got protection and resilience. Again. Curse. That is new. Curse. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it could be, but curse. At least this UI is better. Wait, 50 crit on a bronze weapon? Well, what the fuck? You have to teach it to fly like it's a Pokemon. There's a guy on the boys' team of the Warrior Queen. Has a sword icon. No, that's like that's a spear. That's definitely a spear. Like, this is a sword. This is a spear. There's durability. There is no durability. No durability right here. Oh, no, there is. Yeah, no, you're right. There is durability. Okay, chat lied to me when they said there was no durability. So we have durabilities back. Durability's back. Yeah, on the bottom. Someone in chat earlier said no durability, which presumably because they saw this, and then I saw this, and I was like, oh, they're right. But no, chat lied to me. SMH my head. I can't believe you all misled me. I take no responsibility for misreading on my own. Okay, Charioteer, so that's like the thing. And yeah, here's 44 crit because of his 50 crit from the Bronze Spear. Those have to be just fucking playtest numbers, right? There's no way. There's no way that bronze weapons have 50 fucking crit. I don't like the HP bar UI thing that Engage did. Yeah, so I think they gave it a bunch of crit so we could see the crit animation. Because this is a critical hit. I think they gave it the 50 crit for this trailer showcase. There's no way bronze weapons actually have 50 crit. That's got to be a playtest number. That's my prediction. Or he just has the Wrath skill. And, like, Wrath works differently now. And it's, like, player phase and also his HP is full. Clearly the Lord has 50 crit when equipping E-rank weapons. Yeah, right? These are engaged steel weapons 2.0. 120 crit on the killer weapons. The class has a flat modifier. Of 50 though? Like, there's no way. Okay, so we've got Theodora can access the storage, which, like, she was giving sort of Edelgard stripes. Disturbing Strike. With Mahadu's Scale. If the attack hits immobilize foes, left 2 out of 2. Okay, so... Oh, no, that's her Gambit, not... Okay, so we're bringing back battalions, then. Okay. That's cool. I like battalions. I still don't like the middle HP bar. The way... The forecast that Engage did, I really don't like. Okay, so this crest... It kind of makes me think Egyptian. Like, kind of sphinxy. I see the noble class in the corner. Oh, did I miss that? Yeah, okay. So this is unfortunately giving me the Three Houses class tree vibes. Which, like I said, is not what I wanted. Gives me Mesopotamia. Oh yeah, that does work. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. I think you're right. I like the little like swords that those guys in the Gambit had. Really backing up the whole like ancient vibe, like much older than the medievally Fire Emblem. I was saying earlier how I wanted a Fire Emblem not in the traditional setting. Okay, so moving shadow, warp up to 3 spaces, then you can attack. That's cool. He's a Myrmidon. So yeah, this is definitely giving the Three Houses classes system. Which is unfortunate. Because I don't like the Three Houses class system. Personally. Dimitrex is just Xander. I was thinking Dimitri, but I think I was thinking that because his name is Dimitrex. Okay, Flysa, armor effective. Okay, the Answerer is a hero's relic, so these are new. Still nothing on the curse. Still 46 crit, so that's gotta be a playtest thing. They added crit in the playtest. Iron Sword, Levin Sword, and the Flysa, which is armor effective, it looks like. And he has a crest. Right down here. And this is sword crit +5, and that must also be some crit or something. Like the X's, I think they're crit. Murderous Intent. Okay, that's what that is. That personal skill, probably. That I would assume adds some crit. Maybe he naturally used 48 crit. Like if the Answerer has crit as well. I will say this UX and UI is better than Engage, but I still don't like it. I like the static portraits instead of CGI faces. I agree. Is he related to Yuritsa / Emil? Oh, actually, yeah, he does look like it, doesn't he? And Murderous Intent gives the vibes. Who's that fucking Alice in Wonderland ass mage over here? With dark magic. We got the extra avoid. I talked about that earlier, how it's just avoid, no defense. And here's our... I like the HP cost for spells instead of spell charges. I think that's a cool change. Blaze +4. So is that what this meter is? Is that the Blaze? Because the other one earlier in the trailer had some purple on it. Like, see that? His Blaze is filling up. Whatever that is. He's also a level 37 Myrmidon. So we have the Three Houses leveling system back as well. Lena coincidence. Magic has no curse stat. So far, nothing has had the curve stat. She's a summoner? Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier. Her skill let her summon a demonic beast. The other one's Ice Water Madness. Madness might be Berserk. Apparently, everyone was pissed, but this looks good. People were pissed about this? I like that rose crest in the bottom. I think this looks very good. What are people pissed about this for? Is it just new game bad? Is it, like, genuinely, is it just new game bad? I thought people loved Three Houses. Like, I don't really like Three Houses, and even I'm excited about this. I don't like these glasses. Modern glasses on them. Just, it looks weird to me. I had the same problem in Three Houses with Byleth's glasses, and I had the same problem in Engage with the accessory shop glasses. Here, so him shooting, like, the beam from his hand, I mean, it's obviously a cutscene thing. Oh, that's his crest! That's what it is. People are always mad. Engage does what this game doesn't. Yeah, get ready for a bunch of, fucking video essays about how it's either gonna be, like, the Engage redemption arc, and then here's the gun people were talking about, like, it's just straight up a modern gun. It shot lightning, though, so maybe it isn't just, like, a beta footage like the Demon Souls Lancer. Because, like, y'all hear about that, right? The Lancer from Gears of War is in Demon Souls. They used it for, like, test stuff. It's, like, in the code, and they kept it in there in the remake. It's a PlayStation exclusive game, by the way. Why the fuck is the Lancer in there? Gun Taser is kind of funny. And yeah, she's, like, this, it makes me think of Rhea, but, like, she doesn't have the green hair, right? So it's not her. So I was wrong. I think the facial structure. Do you think it's a sequel or prequel? I said earlier, but you probably weren't here. I think that the events of the story are a prequel, but the framing device will be a sequel with older Sothis. Of her, like, telling this story to Byleth. That's my guess. And maybe that'll be how they get around the Avatar. Like, so I think the blue guy is an Avatar. I think the guy with blue hair, the Dragon Quest protagonist looking guy, the little boy, I think he's an Avatar. That's my call. But if there isn't one, then maybe it'll be like your Byleth is talking to Sothis in the framing device or something. I think guy's hair is more purple. Could be. Maybe I'm just, like, bad at seeing shades and stuff. Byleth's gonna hop on this, like, Shulk Xenoblade. First black Avatar. Oh yeah, it is. That is really cool. I mean, I personally prefer no Avatar over anything. I'm sick of Avatars. But if we are getting an Avatar, like a POC Avatar, would be good. Like, genuinely. Yeah, I don't really know what to say else other than this. Main character from Duskar. Oh, wait, that could be... I didn't even think of that. Like, this is probably not Fodlan, right? There's other continents in the Three Houses world. We have Duskar, we have Elmyra. This is probably Elmyra, ain't it? Because we have Elmyra, we have Dagda. This is probably Elmyra. Dagda. Well, Dagda, that's where Shamir's from, right? So they're like... Because, like, Elmyra and Duskar are specifically dark-skinned. Which is what makes me think of them two specifically first. Because they're established as dark-skinned nations. Which is why there's the racism stuff framed around them. Petra. Oh, it's Petra? I thought it was Shamir. Okay, so Dagda is also a dark-skinned nation then? Yeah, so it could be any of them then. Elmyra or Across the Ocean. I think, so they need to do something to sidestep the fact that there are 4 possible endings to Three Houses, which all contradict each other. So it can't be in Fodlan. But if it's a sequel, so that the reason I said like prequel sequel, I mean, one is because like, look at this, like this looks older. This looks much more like, but time period, like it's a fantasy game, right? So time periods don't have to go in the order that we do. And it could just be like, hey, this nation is just based on these sort of Mesoamerican, Greek, Roman, in Middle Eastern, like, you know, cradle of civilization, Bronze Age type deal stuff. This could happen during the war arc. We know at the very least there's older Sothis, non-lolly Sothis. So like, there is going, and she says specifically, we'll make this regular speed so I can play the line for anyone who hasn't seen it. The very end she says, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Have you forgotten me? Weren't they?
Like, what is, it's...
The years were long.
The years were long, yeah.
Weren't they?
So that implies it's been a long time, and then have you forgotten me so soon? It's someone who knows her. Could be Byleth, could be Rhea. Although Byleth, the reason I lean Byleth is the same reason I say they have to get around the three houses, like, 4 endings problem. Rhea dies in 2 of the endings. You kill her in Silver Snow and you kill her in Crimson Flower. So, it can't, like, if it's talking to Rhea, then it's confirmed Rhea survives. And again, like, someone will firebomb the Nintendo of America building if we get an answer as to whether Edelgard, Dimitri, or Claude won. Like, it doesn't matter. You can't pick a side that's not gonna make the most annoying people angry. She can live in Silver Snow. Oh yeah, if you fuck her. But like, she can't live in Crimson Flower, right? And like, Edelgard discourse is the big thing. Like, you know, is Edelgard, you know, based socialist or cringe fascist is like the debate for the ages. The real answer is she's just poorly written. But now I'm gonna get a fucking pipe bomb. Yeah, like, so I think they need to do something to not have, they need to do something to not have the, it could be pre-death Sothis talking to someone. I thought Sothis was a god. Nemesis bad ending. Maybe it's her talking to the new avatar and we have amnesia this time. Yeah, maybe. I think amnesia is like an overused plot device. Edelgard did nothing wrong. Yeah. I think if the characters were written more consistently from route to route, there'd be like less debates over them. And that's not even me saying like, you know, I don't really have a side in the Fodlan War at this point. I don't think Edelgard's a fascist. I don't think Dimitri's a fascist. I don't think whatever. Yeah. I only hope there's not multiple routes. I also hope there's not multiple routes. I initially got, like, a little scared because the 2 people looked like Edelgard and Dimitri, or Dimitrek sounded like Dimitri, but I do think Jaritza is a better one to point to. The real answer does not disrespect my queen. I mean, my opinion is, like, you can pick whatever side you want, right? Just don't be an asshole about it. You know, if you love Dimitri, if you love Claude, if you love Edelgard, like, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. The whole thing's based on vibes anyway. It's not like a real political decision. You fucking pick them before you know their ideologies, right? Like, it's all vibes. They want you to pick it based on vibes. And I think that's what most people do, too. It's like, hey, I think Claude seems cool, I'll pick him. Hey, I think Dimitri seems cool, I'll pick him. Hey, I think Edelgard seems cool, I'll pick her. I don't think anyone, like, went in and got, like, devoted to... I mean, because you couldn't know unless you, like, read spoilers or whatever. Choose whatever route you want, but Edelgard is my wife. Based. Like, again, this is not me trying to, like, disparage. Because here's the thing, is, like, 90% of Three Houses fans are normal. It doesn't feel that way because the non-normal ones take up so much space because you get shit like, you know, Edelgard is bringing fascism back into fashion, or Dimitri is actually the alt-right. Like, you know, the most fucking brain dead takes, but they get inflammatory. And then it feels like, I think the toxicity is like limited to a much smaller group of people than it feels like. Was that a Maurice weapon? Maurice weapon? Dimitri murders women, not just kills them, murders them. Leaf is more of a criminal than Edelgard. Yeah, but I think that, so the difference is, Thracia, for all its faults, is, I think, the best written story in Fire Emblem. Three Houses has a lot of, like, just weird prose, weird stumbling, weird inconsistent characterization. And so you get things like, they try to make morally gray characters. They wanted to make all three of them morally gray, but because they don't really have, like, a consistent idea from scene to scene, as opposed to, like, Leaf, I mean, we know Leaf's issues, right? He spoiled rich kid, who, even though he had to live on the run and had to deal with hardship, was largely shielded from the worst things happening in Thracia during the events of the story and before the story by Finn and by Tara, like the city of Tara. And as a result of that, like, he thinks he's gone through more hardship than he has, but he really doesn't. And so he has that sort of, like, to overcome, his interactions with August sort of, like, enlighten him to the ways of the world. So, like, that's one. The other is just sort of the compromises he has to make from the position that he's in. Like, you can get villagers and send them to their deaths as ballista fodder. And that is a choice the game lets you make. And that is a choice that Leaf, if you choose to make that, chooses to send his own citizens, his own loyal, non-combatant citizens, to their deaths to draw ballista fire, and that's presented as something that it's a necessary evil he has to do, right? So that's another bit of the moral complication with him. And then his inexperience leads to issues. Chapter 16b, or 15, yeah, 16b, the Warp Forest, his inexperience leads to, I mean, you can keep everyone alive, but the cutscene talks about how, you know, August also, but, like, the inexperience leading to that. And then the massacre in Chapter 19, which canonically, even if you keep everyone alive, canonically in FE4, almost everyone dies, right? And so I think it's fitting, more fitting, for your blue units to die. And that's because of Leaf's inexperience and overconfidence, which ties into the spoiled rich kid stuff where he's pampered despite facing tons of hardship. Like, it's not like ivory throne type deal, but relative to everyone else, he is very protected. It's really interesting because, you know, it's not like Succession level of richness. It's more like everyone's fucked, but you're the king of the fucked. I don't know. I really like the Thracia writing. Like, every time I replay and read the story, it's better than I've remembered, you know? Every time it's better than I remembered. Last time we had a non-Europe environment was Hoshido Invades. Yeah. And that was, you know, I don't like Birthright, but I love the aesthetics of Hoshido. How can Reddit hate it already? Do they really? Is it because it's brown people? Like, genuine question. I don't want to assume racism, but also it is Reddit. When does ballista fodder happen? So chapter 17b, if you go B route, which is Warp Forest, then the next part after Warp Forest is a bunch of cliffs, and you can visit a house. And I believe you pay them? Oh, no, you don't pay. So there's two. You can pay brigands to be fodder, or you can request civilians to be fodder. And if you request civilians, you don't have to pay money. if you don't request civilians, the civilians give you a Master Seal as thanks. And at that point in the game, the Master Seal is such a fucking low value item that from a pure mechanical perspective, you don't really want that Master Seal. You don't care about it. Everyone on your team is probably promoted. And so from a pure mechanical, and this is like part of the fucking gameplay story integration shit, as a player, if you don't care about these people at all, it makes more tactical sense to send them to their deaths. It doesn't cost you any money. You lose a Master Seal, big deal. And that's the same calculation Leaf makes as a character. That's what's so cool about it. I'm sorry. I'm gushing about Thracia in what we should be talking about the new game. But Thracia is just so good, right? Characters look fine. Why is everyone tripping? New game bad. It's new game bad. New game bad. Like, it's just new game bad.
I refuse to die.
I also think people overstated Engage and like the whole, you know, Engage ugly stuff. But like, this is so much better looking than Engage. And that's not, I'm not trying to hop on the Engage hate train. I prefer this style, and I think these graphics, and, you know, obviously the graphics are going to be better, it's Switch 2, but I think the graphics are a lot better as well.
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny
The only
my
things that I'm, like, would even say I'm, quote-unquote, concerned about are the gun, like the really modern-looking gun, and, like, I do think there's an avatar, but, like, there's gonna be an avatar, right? And the glasses, I don't like the glasses.
Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.
I love the art style. Yeah, I do too. It's like, you know, obviously first reaction. But like compared to the other modern Fire Emblems, really only Fates is the other one whose art style I like, and I don't really care for Fates' like animations. Which like we haven't seen enough of this, but also like the Chicken Rider thing. Time Travelers, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I saw the gun turn into a sword briefly. Discount Alucard, very pretty. Who's the person people are calling Alucard? Is that Dimitrek? Mediterranean look is cool. I wish it wasn't related to Three Houses. Yeah, I'll be honest though, like, I am not surprised it's tied to Three Houses. I think from a purely, like, business financial standpoint, it makes sense for them to tie it in. Cause, like, that's the... Is Three Houses the most successful Fire Emblem game? I think it is. Like, financially, it makes sense for them to try to draw on that. It sounds like the VA from the Netflix series. Okay, thank you. Sequels and highly reactive intelligent systems pay attention to the Three Houses' popularity. Yeah, and people say they don't listen, you know? I mean, I think most of people saying they don't listen is to hate on Engage. The claim that Engage does not understand the Fire Emblem fan base and, like, has bad references is wild to me. You can hate the game if you want. I actually have a lot of issues with Engage. I like it less every time I play it, which is unfortunate, because I liked it a lot at launch, and now I'm, like, kind of lukewarm on it. But, like, at the very least, it got references very right. But... yeah, I mean, the tying into Three House just sort of shows, like, it's the smart decision. The thing I don't like, actually, I didn't mention this. The thing I don't like is it really looks like the Three Houses class system is back from stuff. We know the level system is definitely back, because level 37 Myrmidon, lol. I can't believe they just announced the FE12 remake. Yeah. Engage fell off. Clever Jagan reference. Will we see an Anna? I hope we do not have a playable Anna. I'm sick of playable Anna. But we probably will. It's gonna be DLC. You're gonna have to pay for her. They're gonna follow the same path as Three Houses. I should probably finish 3 hopes now. Like, if we're gonna get 3 houses adjacent stuff, I should probably finish 3 hopes. Shouldn't I? Will this Anna also have a case of Mikey's curse? I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's, like, she was bad, right? It's because Anna sucks ass. Because she was bad. I hope she stays as a merchant. I wouldn't mind her as a merchant. I think, like, Easter egg, right? Merchant Anna, I'm all for. Playable Anna? Nah, I think we've had enough. Were gambits shown here? Yes, they were. We had the flame art stuff. Oh yeah, Theodora did a gambit. So this is the gambits. Right there. Disturbing strike. If the attack hits immobilized foes.
I need the strength to lead.
And it looks like it's gonna work the same way as regular gambits. So that's cool. Stride Gaming. I hope they learn their lesson. I hope we don't get Stride. Stride is awesome and fun, but I don't want it back. I don't want it back. The cast seems older. How can you tell the class system is the same? I don't know for certain, but the reason I suspect it is we have Noble right here, and this looks like the most basic class, right? Like, this looks a lot like the Noble, the really basic Noble commoner from 3 Houses. And then very shortly afterwards, and we have Rogue, which was the bow unit there. And then very shortly afterwards, level 37 Myrmidon. So, I don't know,
It is imperative.
but from looking at these, I
I must
suspect
cull it with this blade.
that that's what it's gonna be. Like, it's just a suspicion.
So much
You know?
that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
And we have Hunter. I like Hunter instead of Archer. I think that's cool. I think it's their Archer equivalent, right? Like, Hunter, a Hunter must hunt. Arcanea moment. 4-move infantry. Oh, was it?
Strength enough
Okay, if
for
we...
any foe.
Because we have her.
Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above
We don't get to see her movement as a noble.
to lead my people.
But we can see the Myrmidon's movement. Well, no, can we see the Myrmidon's movement? Because the 3-range teleport, he was using a Chaos art there, a Blaze art. So this is warp 3 spaces. So this isn't 4-move infantry moment. This is his Blaze art being 3
It is
range.
imperative that I face it again. I
Have
must
we seen
cull
any
it
movement
with this
ranges?
blade.
That's what I guess I want to know.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing
Just thinking
him will
FE4
not
Remake
satisfy
for
me.
new game. I was wrong, Copium. She had a weird
So much
attack
that simply
range.
killing him
What
will
was her
not
attack?
satisfy me.
As a hunter... Okay, we have to do this again. Playback speed. 2-5. We're gonna mute. Yes, we get the ass shot. Oh no, it's only 2 range. I thought it was longer. Okay, so this right here makes me suspect not weapon locked. Because she's an archer who can attack from 1 range. Well, hunter. But it's got the bow up, right? So this is a bow class. But she can attack from 1 range. So I suspect, much like in 3 Houses, archers can use swords and lances and stuff. My suspicion is it's gonna work the same way. Mini bow, it could be mini bow. We can't see her inventory because she chooses blaze arts instead of attacking. We know she's a summoner at the very least, which is cool. She summons the beast. Which, like, I hope this is a blue unit, because controlling a fucking crest beast would be so baller. I guess it's a demonic beast, not a crest beast. I don't know the difference. I'm sorry, I'm not up on my 3 Houses lore. Wasn't there movement range shown at the beginning? Oh, you're right. You're right. When he moved to attack the chariot. Thank you. All right, let's go back to 1x speed. See, chat is so helpful. I will be turning this whole, like, Fire Emblem reaction. I'll just be, like, releasing this as a video as well on its own. So, you know, if you want to be on camera, say something. And then I'll have, like, tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have, like, not scripted, but, like, more... Ooh, okay, he's Cav. He's a cavalry unit. So this is not infantry movement. We still don't know 4-move infantry versus not. But we can see how much his movement is as a chicken rider. Chicken jockey! How do you do, fellow kids? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 move as a chicken jockey. Yeah. Are Cavs 6 move in 3 houses? To ask Oifibot. Oifibot. Are Cavs 6 move? At Oifi FE 3 houses Cav. They're 7 move. Okay, so it's shorter, but he is an Ordinarist rider, which is different. This is also where we get the 50 crit bronze lance, but I think that's a playtest number. Like, so they could show the crit animation, because the crit animation looks cool. Unit facing! This is so hype. Yeah, I'm excited. The main character doesn't look too crazy by the fit. He's just like some dude. This guy right here, Kai, he is my, if we have an avatar, he's my bet to be an avatar, because we see him running around the overworld, the city. But it would be cool if he's not. It would be cool. I mean, obviously we have a hub, unfortunately, but it would be cool if it was just like, you know, you run around the hub with just a dude. I like the aesthetics for the menus. I do. My only big complaint is the HP bar in the middle thing. It's got the... I don't like the combat forecast. I like all of the menus. I do not like the combat forecast. It takes the engage one, which I really didn't like. I found it hard to parse the exact information. It felt like a very simplistic... You know, you can turn on simple mode in the 3DS games? It was that. And I don't like that. He might be our avatar, but non-customizable. Yeah, like a Byleth and a Lear type situation. Like, that's what I suspect. Engage as forecast. Exactly, and I don't care for it. TBH. Oh, wait, okay. Here, we have confirmation. He's a rogue, which is a bow class, and he has an iron sword. So again, what I was saying, 3 houses classes where they can use any weapons. Not 100% confirmed, but it sure seems that way, right? He could be a bow sword class. Like, rogue could be a bow sword class. I could be wrong. Actually, I say could be. Assassin from Awakening is a sword bow class. So it could be. It could be. It could be the assassin equivalent. Because it looks like they've renamed a couple of classes. Like, Archer has become Hunter. I suspect. I might be wrong. That might be a different class. Like, an Archer might still exist. But, like, for the new aesthetics, you know, like how Samurai was the Myrmidon equivalent in Hoshido? I think if you're doing a not Europe-centric Fire Emblem, renaming the classes to more fit the flavor makes sense. And so Rogue could be a new name for Assassin. I don't know why assassin wouldn't really fit the flavor, but it, you know, it could be just one of those. Like a thief, rogue, assassin. Oh, right, because if we're doing the Three Houses class system, it's multi-tiered. Because you get, like, Myrmidon, Mercenary, Swordmaster. Yeah, it could just be the middle stage. Could be rogue and hunter, rogue, archer, sniper. Yeah. Like, it could be. You know, we got fighter, brigand. Those are both axe infantry, and they promote to different stuff. I don't really like the FEHOC style that the cutscenes are animated in. Really, I don't think it looks like Heroes at all. But I don't play Heroes, so maybe there's, like, something that I'm just not familiar with. I'm waiting for Fire Emblem to buy Switch 2, but then it's just Three Houses 2. Yeah. Yeah, I liked parts of Three Houses. I am cautiously optimistic. He has Jaritza's personal skill. He looks like Jaritza, too. I married Jaritza. I did Jaritza gay marriage. In my first Crimson Flower playthrough. Their ending is kind of funny, because they're like fighting to the death and also in love. I play Heroes, but I skip the story. Does Heroes actually have a story? Like, genuine question. I'm worried but willing to be proven wrong. Yeah. I mean, I think this is basically... I like the crit animation, too. Like, both crit animations we saw, I liked them. And I really like the aesthetic. I wouldn't say I'm worried and willing to be proven wrong. There are elements that I am worried about, like the Three Houses-y elements, the class system specifically. The class system is the biggest thing I'm worried about. But everything else I'm not. Everything else looks really good to me. Like, I like these HP cost spells again, like Echo stuff. Okay, so it looks like the Blaze +4 requirement purple thing, but she doesn't have the purple, because we've seen, like, I think this is the Blaze meter. Because we saw that on a couple of other people. I'm one of Three Houses' biggest haters. Fair. Like, you know, it's a very different Fire Emblem game. Even in an era, because we're in an era where they're kind of experimenting a lot. Like, the games are pretty different from each other. Even taking that into account, Three Houses is very different from other FEs. It is possible they do the month structure. I see people talking about the school structure. So being centered around an arena tournament does feel like a framing device that would allow for the month structure. I didn't like the month structure. So that is another thing that I'm a little bit worried about. The standalone video was uploaded. Isn't it just, it's the same thing though, right? It's not like a different trailer. Just remove the monastery. We got a cutscene of him running around the city. Like, this is the same trailer, right? It's not anything different. You should probably... Oh, it is easier to navigate, you're right. I'm kind of done navigating it, though.
bold warriors. Draw now upon your strength.
Draw down upon your
Your
strength.
beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
I wonder if Kai's gender can be changed. It seems like the Bible of this game.
I only want to fight so I can save
Oh, wait, okay. Prediction. We're not doing a Byleth situation. We're doing Pokemon. This is Brendan and May. Kai is going to be our Brendan, and this will be May. That's my prediction. We're doing Brendan and May. We're still doing avatars. We're taking the Pokemon route. Brendan and May. That is my bold prediction. Two avatars. Yeah, and like whoever you don't pick will be your, you know, rival or have some other NPC role. They're both blue. Yeah, we got blue hair or blue shirt, blue skirt, purple hair, black hair, glasses. I don't like the modern glasses in like ancient setting, but I've said that like 4 times already. I don't want to emphasize it too much. We didn't want avatars, they gave us 2. I mean, you only play as 1. I don't know. I don't like avatars. But if I had to guess, like they're showing both of these characters quite a lot. And we see that we run around with Kai.
What I seek is a great strength, an unyielding strength for any foe. Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold.
This one's faster. I put it on 2 times speed. Sorry to shatter the illusion.
It is imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade.
There's a man I hate so much.
She looks out of place design-wise. I agree. I agree. She does not look like she fits in this world, whereas Kai
And now one
does.
blood is served.
You think I let you deny me my
I mean, the
feelings?
gun exists, though, right? There was the
Those who
fucking
stand upon the final
Glock.
stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the divine sovereign. That's I vow to you.
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten?
Is it
me so
possible
soon?
they'd go back to regular lords instead of dating sim blank slates? I hope so, but I don't think it's possible. If I had to guess. Yo, Mario Paint, no! Mario Paint, yo! Mario Paint! What if? The male avatar seems younger than the female one, which is weird if they're still doing the dating. I think they look the same age, but I'm also old, so I'm like not good at identifying the fucking at-a-glance ages. The glasses girl is a strategist like Mark from FE7. Yo! The thumbnail no longer clickbait. FE7 Remake confirmed. This is the FE7 Remake combined with the FE Three Houses Remake. Girl Mark. And there's fucking Mario Paint. Gark. Gark the girl Mark. Watch the Mario Paint video. It's 4 minutes long. Why is this shit 4 minutes
Hi there,
long?
and welcome to the world of Mario Paint. This is a game that's all about creation and fun. In fact, you can even play with the game logo. See, this letter changes Mario's size, and this one makes Yoshi appear, and then this one, whoa! Quick, start the video, start the... In this mode, you can select from a few existing pictures
What
and color
the
each part
fuck?
using a fill paintbrush. You can also click on Mr. Crayon to swap between other
This
colors
is
and
like
options.
the fucking I
Fill
had
Yoshi with more Yoshis.
on
And that's your thing.
Yeah, this is like Kid Pics. I had Kid Pics on my computer growing up. Is anyone else old enough to remember Kid Pics?
You can use either a left or right Joy-Con 2 controller.
This just looks like Kid Pics, but like shit.
You can plug in a compatible USB mouse. Oh, speaking of loose
Which Kid Pics was also shit, but you could make
Through the magic of
mazes.
neglect, our team converted a perfectly serviceable garbage can into a
This
sudden
is
steaming
so
pile of sickness. And,
epic.
well, this is how you get flies. On the right side, this is a great place to blow off.
Why is this getting such a detailed trailer? Isn't this like an NES game or an SNES game?
This mode is a great place to create game sprites and other objects one pixel at a time. You can save up to 15 different
Like,
settings.
this is for the NSO, right? This isn't even a new game.
If so, please tell me, as I do have time to
Fucking Mario Paint.
Here you can animate your creations and really start to bring them to life. You can animate up to 9 frames before they repeat, and then you can move them along a path, like this. Hey, that looks pretty good, but there's one more thing we should add before we're done. In this mode, you can select from
It's a
15
SNES
different
game,
sounds to help bring the
Nintendo
sound of your heart
mouse.
to the outside
Hey,
world.
you know, we
And
come
yes,
full
we do want
circle.
dog,
We got the
cat,
mouse
pig,
again.
goose, and baby.
I'm
And so
hyped at the
in this case, let's compose
FE18
something for our
reveal.
favorite pharmacological
Yeah, me too. Reddit hates it apparently.
The Mario Paint Player's Guide for Fever.
Already. We've seen like 2 minutes of footage and Reddit hates it. That's what chat told me at least. I don't know if that's true.
This looks great, so we're ready to save
But,
our
like, it's a
Previously,
Reddit
Mario Paint
moment,
had to
so
visit
I
the
choose to
creation,
believe
and you
it.
still can whenever you feel like jamming out to this sweet beat. But with a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can now utilize different suspend points to preserve 4 completed masterpieces.
Yo, you can save 4 masterpieces? Kid Pics let you save infinite. Kid Pics let you save infinite. Available today. Why did this have a fucking 4-minute long goddamn trailer? I wasted 2 minutes of my life on this shit. Mute the video. What do you think of the Ditto game? I don't really like farming sims. I'm happy for the people who like him, though. That was a cinematic masterpiece. The children yearn for Kid Pics. Bronze Spear Kid has an effective versus Cavs icon. Yeah, the little bird guy had effective versus Cavs on his icon. Ostrich Rider. Yeah, you know, we got Chocobo emblem. I think it looks really cool. I don't like some of the things I'm theorizing about. I think this is, like, enough for a reaction. I'm gonna make this my reaction video. We'll cut it off here. We'll include Mario Paint in it for all the fucking non-VOD watchers. They get to see Mario Paint too. Everyone gets Mario Paint. Happy we get to see black characters. Yeah, me too. Me too. Dragon Quest 7 instead of FE7 Remake. It's funny. I want to be clear, I didn't actually think there was an FE7 Remake. I was just running with the joke because of the 7 prediction. But, like, can you call the girl Gark? Gark? That was Gark in the trailer. My uncle at Nintendo actually just sent me a text and said that her official name is Gark. Anyway, I'll make a more, like, well-organized video, and that'll be out tomorrow, hopefully. No promises, because I'm fucking bad at my job.